Welcome to Module 2. We're going to now talk about choosing your niche and the CPA offer. This is obviously probably the most important decision you'll make when starting your CPA business. You're going to want to pick a niche that's popular, that the customers are, wild. They just want to. There's a huge demand to get their problem solved, and that is the type of niche you want to reach. You don't want to do something boring that doesn't have a lot of volume. I mean, some people do that kind of thing. Some people do sell, some weird things that are really small level, but there's really no point of wasting your time if there's very little demand. So you really want to focus on the higher demand offers, and you also want to try to focus on the ones that have the highest CPA payouts. A lot of people, when you hear CPA, a lot of people think like $9, $10, but you really can pull off some really big numbers if you really focus on the right ones, like 50 or 60 or even $300 to $500. But first, let me give you some examples of some niches to choose from. First, I keep on saying niche. Maybe if you don't know what it is, let me just explain really quick. Let's say you're selling a product that teaches people how to train their dog or their cat. That niche would be their pets. Let's say, for example, we have these other ones. Let's say investing. That's the niche. You would obviously pick something within the niche, but the whole global topic is the niche, and then within it you can do sub niche or narrow it down. But you want to pick something, as I mentioned, that's really there's a lot of demand and there's a lot of money in it. What niches do I think are best? Usually investing, gambling, insurance, hosting. It's not limited to these options, but I really recommend looking into these if you're trying to find something that's really popular. There's a lot of demand and there's a lot of money. Investing, you can get at least a few $100s per conversion. And remember, that's no refunds and no reserves, and usually they don't actually have to invest more than that much money or even that much, usually less, depending on what the product or service is. The same with gambling. You get a nice little fee, and sometimes you even get a rev share with the CPA. Insurance, sometimes they pay per leads, a nice chunk of money, because leads for insurance are really in high demand and competitive. Hosting, usually you can get a host to pay you between $50 to $70 to sign up, and we're talking about even $5 plans, $10 plans. So it's not difficult to convert people and get a decent chunk of money. This is why CPA is so powerful and such a great business to be in. Because, for example, let's say you have a product, a course, and you're selling it for, let's say, a piece of software or an ebook, $27, $99. You got to first sell them on that product, and then you still have the risk of refund and providing support and everything like that. And the value has to exceed what you're offering, as in the book has to go above and beyond so they believe they're getting a better deal than what they're paying. In CPA, they can get something that's less valuable than what you're getting paid out. For example, the hosting, $5 a month, you can get $60, and you're getting such a nice payoff up front, while the hosting company takes on the risk of retaining them for 2 years in order to get recoup their investment and then make more money. So there's a lot of benefits to CPA, and I'm a big fan of it. And some of the niches that I really suggest looking into are the ones that I just mentioned. I kind of went over this a second ago, but it's really important to mention this again. When you're dealing with CPAs, there's no refunds, no reserves. So this is not like a credit card company holding your funds. You're getting paid because you got a conversion. It's not your responsibility anymore to do anything with that lead or that purchase. You basically, from there on out, you just get paid and go on to the next customer that you're trying to convert. Or obviously larger scale, you're going at it quick and trying to do as many as you can every day. You can get consistent payouts very easily. You start the business. You once we go over the traffic module, when you get to that, you will learn to bring in consistent traffic, and you'll be able to get consistent payments every month. And you can even negotiate with these companies to do bi-weekly or even get to the point where it's weekly payouts. So there's a lot of control here. Again, I really suggest you look for the big payouts, $50, $60, $350. They are out there, and that's where you can make a lot of money. Where I showed you that proof in the first module, I used bigger payouts. You can really do a lot of damage with the bigger payouts in terms of less clients, more money. So less to convert, more money. It's a lower quantity needed. Obviously, I'm not saying that the lower CPA payout offers are bad, but if you're just starting out, it's a quicker way to build up some funds fast. Okay, so now I want to talk about where do you search to find these offers. I'm talking all about this, but you have no idea where to look. And the bottom line is there's a few places you can look, and it's in you just simply look at the quick start guide, and I have some links in there, but there's different options that you can use. For example, there's something called Click Better, Click Sure. They're almost like a ClickBank marketplace, but they offer CPA offers also. And some people are paying out upwards of $250. Those are less direct. These people have set up their own video pages and sales pages, and you're literally just getting these people are doing the work for you. It kind of makes it a little bit easier for you and helps you out. Or you can try to go directly to the companies. There's hosting companies you can go directly to, and they usually have nice payouts. There's also you can also find some sort of different CPA networks like Neverblue and some other ones. Again, in the quick start guide, I'll have a bunch of lists of options and explanations, so you don't have to worry about that right now. Let's just keep on moving forward, and you can once you get everything down that you need to understand, then you can start taking action really quickly. All right, so little bonus for this module. What do I recommend? I recommend you should really consider going into gambling. The reason is because now it's starting to become illegal. It's starting to become legal. It was illegal for U.S. citizens. There's a lot of gambling websites now that accept U.S. citizens and people around the world. So you're able to cover, you could target anywhere in the world and bring these people to gambling websites and get a really good payout. Gambling has big payouts. You have the option for rev share. You have the option for a high CPA. You can combine them and get both. And I will actually provide a recommended gambling website that you can actually sign up for and work with them if you want and start promoting them. They tend to have higher conversions too, because gambling is something that people have a strong desire to do. It's almost an addiction. It's up to you whether you want to exploit that by trying to gather these people to these websites to gamble. You can obviously do other niches, but I highly recommend gambling. There's other ones I recommend as well, and you will be able to get in touch with me, and you'll be able to talk to me about these when you as you get further along this module. Towards the end, I'm going to talk about how you can get in touch with me and get some one-on-one help if you need it, so we can talk about some other niches that you might be interested in pursuing. But that's just one recommendation that I have amongst a few others that I'm a big fan of as well. So how can you get users to sign up? You're probably wondering that. Let me give you a quick example. I'm going to be going over this further in a later module, but a nice example is, let's say you set up a little a squeeze page. I'm going to be going over what a squeeze page is and some examples of squeeze pages that really work for these kind of things. But basically, you're going to have a little thing that says, it's a simple page. It says, it's offering something, and then it says enter your email address to get access. So let's say how you would get users to sign up is you say, here's I have this secret trick that made a ton of money gambling. And obviously you'd want to do some better copywriting than that, but say enter your email address, and then they enter it and they go to the next page. On the next page you say, first sign up with this casino, and that's when you get credit. And once you sign up, say I will send you an email with the instructions, or you can simply just have it below it with the instructions, or you can there's also ways you can you'll need a little programmer for this. You can also automate it with an API to figure out once it with like you can have a pixel trigger, and it tells you that they signed up, and then you can have it automatically a system automatically email them the guide or whatever you want to do. There's a lot of different ways for this, and I'm going to go a little bit over this later. But basically, something, for gambling, there's something, offer, it could be anything. It could be simple, it could be advanced. To be a genius, you can find someone who has something. You can do some research on the internet of ways to improve your gambling skills. For example, a simple thing that I've seen before, that it's very simple, and it actually was effective for one marketing campaign. Really simple roulette trick. You let's say you do red or black, you put an offer, let's say $25 on black, you lose, double it, 50. You lose again, double it, 100, and you keep on doubling until you win. And then once you win, you start over, you go down to the bottom, start again, $25, 50. Obviously, this can get a little out of hand. This concept, you might want to start with $5 or whatnot, but if you do the numbers, in theory, it does kind of work, statistically speaking. It's just a matter of, if you keep on losing a bunch of times in a row, the numbers can get very high and it can get dangerous. But, you don't necessarily have to give that away. That's just an example of of a simple strategy that maybe you can offer some other strategy. All right, so that is the end of Module 2. I will see you in Module 3.